All right, Brian is still working with those Oakdale eggs today.
Yum.
Not still. I mean, you make that sound like I cook with them all the time, which
Well,
I
why
do
not?
actually.
They're delicious.
I actually do. I grew up with Oakdale Eggs. I think it's a wonderful company. And like I said before, I know all the people in it that own the company, and they're just good folks. So this is a great segment today with Oakdale Eggs. Of course, no antibiotics, always organic, cage-free eggs here, high in amino acid, omega-3s, and so it's a delicious idea. Started off with these delicious English muffins that we made yesterday on air, and I'm just going to toast them so that we have toasted English muffins for our breakfast. Then I have a couple of Oakdale eggs in here, and depending on how many you're going to be making, it depends on how many you're going to scramble. What I like to do is heat up a large saute pan on the stove here. Take a little bit of vegetable spray, just give it a spray enough to lightly coat the bottom, and then I'm going to pour the eggs into the pan here. And this is one thing that I think is important when you do these breakfast sandwiches like this. You need to swirl those eggs around so that they coat the full bottom of the pan, because what happens is then it's easier to let them cook in here. You don't have to flip it, and then we just are going to fold all of this together to create our sandwich. And so a lot of times I'll do these one at a time so that I can do them this way, but it really depends on what you need to do. If you're going to do like 8 to 12 eggs, depending on how many, I generally depend on 2 per sandwich. Then what you do is pour it in there, swirl it around so it covers the bottom, and then I just take a tin foil cap, cover it so that it will steam in there. And so that's how I actually make those. So it just really depends on what you're going to be doing. So what I'm waiting for when this is finished cooking is the top is going to turn from a shiny, liquidy look into a dull color. So it's going to cook up there. Then I just take my fork and I'm going to just fold this over onto itself. And then I'm going to continue to just fold this over onto itself one more time. And then this is what I'll use to top our sandwich, our little breakfast sandwich here. So I'll keep working on this, guys. These are going to come out of the toaster in a minute here with these delicious Oakdale eggs. I'm going to build up this breakfast sandwich and finish it up when I come back. So I love breakfast sandwiches.
I'm going to have to practice folding eggs like that. I guess it probably does take a lot of practice.
You know, I have some eggs here for you, Ron, and
okay, well,
we can work on that.
We got a lot to go through there. So do you ever put milk in the eggs?
Not for these, because that actually will thin out the eggs. For French toast, I do for coverage of the toast, but for these, I want full-blown eggs.
Full-blown eggs.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, thanks. That was my first time to Fairview.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And Chef Brian's making egg McMuffins that the governor could eat on the road.
Yeah,
that's right.
He may be governor, but can he make a breakfast sandwich like mine? The challenge is on. All right, let's finish these up. So we have the English muffins we made yesterday. I have them toasted. I've put some American cheese on there. What I do with the eggs is I just take it and I fold that little piece right under so that it stays onto there. Fold that under there. There we go. Let that stay on there. And I did wash my hands. Very important. And then I just have the Canadian bacon. You can use ham if you want to. You can use bacon that you've cooked. Whatever you have at home. I just had the Canadian bacon from the other day. So let's just add that onto there and finish that up. And voila. And I'll put this little plate out here in front so you can see them. And that is how seriously simple these delicious little breakfast sandwiches are. And of course I'm using Oakdale eggs, which is a great option. They're all organic, no hormones, no antibiotics. They're cage-free eggs, and they're produced right here in our backyards, just up north here, up by Logan up there. They may even have a plant down here in Salt Lake. I'm not sure. I grew up with the one up there in Franklin and Lewiston, Idaho. Lewiston, Utah up there, yes. So head on over to and grab the recipe. It's featured on cookingwithchefbrian.com today. You can go there, you can go to KUTV.com and grab it however you want to do it. It's a great recipe to do for a wonderful breakfast idea using some delicious Oakdale eggs, guys.
And the homemade English muffins.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brian.